Today's story takes us to South Korea, to the glittering, fast-paced world of social media, where one young man skyrocketed to fame with a single word. Mama Seo Won-jong, better known as Mama Guy, was a TikTok sensation with over 55 million followers hanging on his every post. He was funny, charismatic, the kind of guy who seemed destined for stardom. But in the summer of 23, his world came crashing down in a way that shocked his fans, his country, and the entire internet. This is the story of how a viral star became the center of a chilling scandal, and how the truth about Mama Guy left millions wondering who he really was. Now, before we go any further, I gotta warn you, this story is heavy. It deals with serious allegations, and it's not gonna be an easy listen. If that's not your thing, I totally get it. Maybe skip to one of our paranormal episodes instead. But if you're ready to dive into a case that's as disturbing as it is fascinating, let's go back to Seoul, South Korea, and meet the man they called Mama Guy. Part 1. The Rise of a TikTok King. Picture this. It's 21 and you're scrolling through TikTok. Your feed's full of dance challenges, lip syncs, maybe a cute dog video or two. Then you stumble across this guy. He's in his mid-20s, Korean, with a big grin and a contagious energy. He's doing these over-the-top reaction videos, recreating viral trends, and every few seconds he shouts, "Mama!" High-pitched, hilarious voice. It's ridiculous, it's catchy, and you can't stop watching. This guy is Seo Won-jong, but to the world, he's Mama Guy. Seo's videos explode. I mean, we're talking millions of views overnight. His account, @oxzung, becomes a global phenomenon. By 23, he's got 55.6 million followers on TikTok, making him one of the top 20 most followed accounts on the platform. He's got 1.5 million on Instagram, 10 million on YouTube, and he's even landed a spot on Forbes' 30 Under 30 Asia list for 23. The guy's not just an influencer, he's a cultural force. Brands are begging to work with him. He's appearing on Korean TV shows, and fans across the world are mimicking his "mama" catchphrase. Now, here's the thing about social media stars. They're not like traditional celebrities. They're relatable. They feel like your friend, like someone you could grab a coffee with. And Seo leaned into that. His videos were all about humor, positivity, and this goofy, almost innocent persona. He'd react to funny clips, do skits, or just scream "mama" at the perfect moment to make you laugh. Fans loved him for it. They'd comment things like, "Mama Guy's the best," or "This guy's energy is everything." He was the internet's golden boy, the kind of person who seemed to have it all figured out. But you know how these stories go. The brighter the spotlight, the darker the shadows. And in the summer of 23, Seo Won-jong's perfect world started to unravel. Part 2. The Disappearance. It's July 2023. Seo posts his latest TikTok, a typical Mama Guy video, full of energy, that signature "mama" shout, and a million likes within hours. His fans are eating it up, as usual. But then, nothing. Radio silence. Days turn into weeks, and Seo's accounts go dark. No TikToks, no Instagram stories, no YouTube uploads. For a guy who posted almost daily, this is weird, like really weird. His fans start to notice. Comments flood his last video. "Where's Mama Guy? You okay, Seo? Come back. We miss you." Some people think he's just taking a break. Maybe he's burned out, or working on a big project. Others start speculating. Maybe he's sick, or dealing with personal stuff. But as the weeks drag on, the rumors get wilder. People on X are posting things like, "Did Mama Guy get canceled?" or "Is he in trouble?" Nobody knows what's going on. And for nearly 2 months, Seo Won-jong is a ghost. Then, in late September 23, a news report from SBS, one of South Korea's biggest broadcasters, drops a bombshell. They don't name him directly, but they talk about an influencer a TikTok star in his 20s, who's been arrested for something unthinkable: sexual assault. The report says this influencer, along with another man, allegedly assaulted a woman after a night of drinking. The details are sparse, but there's a blurred video clip in the background of the broadcast. A clip that looks suspiciously like one of Seo's TikToks. Fans put 2 and 2 together, and the internet explodes. Part 3. The Allegations. Let's back up and talk about what allegedly happened. According to SBS, it all went down in July 23, right around the time CO stopped posting. The report says CO and another man were out drinking with a woman. Let's call her Jane, since her identity's protected. They're at a social gathering, maybe a bar, maybe a club, and things seem normal at first. Jane has a few drinks, starts feeling woozy, and the next thing she knows, she's waking up in a strange house. She's disoriented, confused, and then she hears something that makes her stomach drop. The sound of a phone recording. Jane later tells police she believes she was assaulted by both men while she was unconscious. She manages to get out of the house and calls the authorities right away. When the police show up at the house, here's where things get even crazier. CO allegedly refuses to open the door. I mean, the guy's barricading himself inside, like something out of a movie. The police have to call the fire department to force their way in. That's not exactly the behavior of someone with nothing to hide, right? The Seoul Gangnam police station takes Seo and the other man into custody. They search Seo's phone, looking for evidence of illegal filming, but they don't find anything conclusive, so that charge gets dropped. But the sexual assault charge? That sticks. If convicted, Seo's looking at up to 7 years in prison for assaulting an unconscious victim. He insists the encounter was consensual, but the evidence, and Jane's story, tell a different tale. Now, the internet's in chaos. Fans are devastated. You've got people who've been watching Mama Guy for years, who've laughed at his videos, bought his merch, maybe even felt like they knew him. And now they're grappling with this image of their favorite influencer as, well, a potential predator. On X, the reactions range from heartbreak to rage. One user writes, "Mama Guy was my comfort creator. How could he do this?" Another says, "This is why you can't trust influencers. It's all a facade." Part 4, the trial and the fallout. By December 23, CO's case is all over the news. The first court hearing is set for January 17th, 24, and the world's watching. CO's management company, Sunent, stays silent, which only fuels the speculation. People are digging into his old videos, looking for clues, analyzing his behavior. Some fans stick by him, saying he's innocent until proven guilty. Others are done, unfollowing, deleting his videos from their feeds, calling for justice. The trial itself is intense. Jane's testimony is heartbreaking. She describes waking up in that house, the fear, the confusion, the violation. Seo's defense team argues that it was a misunderstanding, that Jane was conscious and agreed to everything. But the prosecution paints a different picture, a calculated assault by two men who took advantage of a vulnerable woman. The lack of video evidence helps Seo dodge the filming charge, but the assault charge is harder to shake. In April 25, the verdict comes down. Seo Won-jong is sentenced to 3.5 years in prison for sexual assault, but here's where things take a turn. A second trial, an appeal, reduces the charge to attempted rape. His sentence is cut to 18 months in prison, with a 2-year suspension. For those who don't know, a suspended sentence in South Korea means he might not serve time immediately, depending on his behavior. It's a controversial ruling, and it sets the internet on fire. On May 27, 25, Seo breaks his silence. He posts a lengthy apology on TikTok, admitting he was influencer A and saying he cooperated fully with the investigation. He doesn't outright admit guilt, though. His words are careful, vague, the kind of apology that feels more like damage control than remorse. Fans are torn. Some see it as a step toward accountability. Others call it a slap in the face to Jane and other survivors. Part 5. The comeback that shocked the world. Now, here's where this story gets really wild. On July 3rd, 25, just months after his apology, Seo Won-jong does something nobody expected. He posts a new TikTok. It's not a comedy video, not a mama shout. It's him, cleaning a room, then turning to the camera and bowing deeply, like he's asking for forgiveness. The next day, he's back to posting his usual content, as if nothing happened. The audacity of it stuns his audience. The backlash is immediate. On X, people are furious. One user writes, "He's out already? And he's acting like it's all good? Disgusting." Another posts, "Korean laws hate women." This guy gets a slap on the wrist and goes back to screaming, "Mama!" like nothing happened. The outrage spreads, with hashtags like Justice for Jane trending in South Korea and beyond. Some fans try to defend him, pointing to the reduced sentence and his apology, but they're drowned out by the wave of criticism. Seo's return raises bigger questions. How do you separate the art from the artist? Can someone like Mama Guy, whose whole brand was built on being wholesome and funny, come back from something like this? And what does it say about the influencer world, where fame can shield you from consequences, or at least make them feel fleeting? Epilogue: the mystery lingers. As of today, August 1st, 25, Seo Won-jong is still posting. His follower count's taken a hit, but he's got millions who haven't unfollowed. Some say he's trying to rebuild his image. Others think he's just chasing clout, banking on short memories and viral algorithms. Jane's story, meanwhile, has faded from the headlines, but her courage in coming forward changed the conversation around influencers and accountability. There's one last detail that keeps this case in the strange, dark, and mysterious category. During the investigation, police found something odd on Seo's phone, not evidence of filming, but a deleted video from the night of the incident. It was too corrupted to recover fully, but forensic experts said it showed a blurry figure in the background, someone who wasn't Seo or the other man. Who was it? A witness? An accomplice? Nobody knows, and the case is closed, so we may never find out. So, what do you think? Is Seo Won-jong a victim of a rushed judgment, or did he get off too easy? Should he be allowed to return to TikTok, or is his comeback a betrayal of justice? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you like this story, give it a thumbs up. Until next time, stay safe. And maybe think twice about who you're following online.